All right, good morning. We're going to get started with just a gentle hip stretch this morning. So if you've already gotten your workout done for the morning, happy Sunday. Congratulations, good job for starting the day correctly. If you haven't, you're still starting the day correctly by joining me for a little bit of yoga this morning. So let's just get started centering ourselves. Find the center of the mat. Connect your sits bones to the mat. Allow your mind to start to empty out. If you did work out prior to this, whatever you did before you met up with me, start to let it go. Start to find yourself comfortably into the space, resting your arms on your knees. Legs can be long, legs can be crossed, whatever feels good to you. Finding that position, just letting that breath flow in and out. Starting to maybe close the eyes, maybe take a soft gaze over the tip of the nose, just allowing yourself to settle. Noticing the breath as you inhale, noticing the breath as you exhale. One of the ways that I find a good way to connect with the breath, to really connect with the present moment, is as you inhale, say to yourself, I am inhaling, I am exhaling. I am inhaling, I am exhaling. Continuing that breath, focusing in on where the breath is, maybe focusing in on the temperature and the cadence of the breath, allowing the shoulders to release and relax away from the ears, checking in to see if you're holding anywhere, checking in to see if that spine is long, head should be reaching for the sky, heart should be open and reaching forward, shoulders should be rolled down and back. And as you inhale, that next time, inhaling and exhaling, bring that palm, maybe the right, maybe your dominant hand into the heart space, your non-dominant hand to the abdomen. Still as I inhale, still as I exhale, starting to notice the connection of your body to the mat. Still as you inhale, still as you exhale. Go ahead and release those palms, bringing yourself into the space gently by wiggling the fingers, wiggling the toes, bringing those palms into heart space, bowing our heads to prepare for this practice, blinking our eyes open and greeting each other in the space. All right, so staying in this seated position, whichever way feels comfortable. Again, if the legs are stretched out, find that spot that feels good. If being crossed is challenging because you might find your knees a little raised, invite yourself to sit in this position just for this morning. See if you can release in those hip flexors. Maybe lean the torso back just slightly, seeing if those knees can release. Maybe you send your breath into those hip flexors to see if you can release here. Taking a deep inhale. And on the exhale, bring that chin down to the chest. Inhale, send the chin up to the sky and roll those shoulders down and back. Deep inhale here. Exhale, chin into the chest. Inhale, chin to the sky. One more time, chin down. And then let's take that right ear to the to the right shoulder. Inhale, bring it through the center. Exhale, left ear, left shoulder. Inhale, chin to the chest. Exhale, bring it all the way back around to the right. Releasing this time that left arm to the mat or to the earth, just to kind of find a little bit of softness on that left side. Inhale, bring it back to center. Exhale, bring that left palm to the knee and release the right hand to the earth. Left ear, left shoulder. Release and relax in that right arm. Good. Inhale, back to center. Taking it nice and slow. Bring that right hand back to the right knee. Left hand to the mat or earth. Left ear, right shoulder. Good. Releasing. Inhale, back to center. Left hand, left knee, right hand to the earth. Left ear, left shoulder. I keep calling that left ear, left shoulder. I must want to bring that left ear to the left shoulder. Releasing in the right. Good, nice and slow, back to center. Both palms come to the knees. Rolling those shoulders back. Let's take 3 in each direction. Not concentrating on how this looks, but concentrate on how it feels. Once you hit 3, go ahead and reverse. 1, connecting that breath for 2, and connecting that breath for 3. Excellent. Both palms TP outside of the hips. Still trying to find that release in the hips. Inhaling, sucking that belly button into the spine. Remember to keep those shoulders rolled away from the ears and down the back. As we inhale, release that right palm up and over. Good. Maybe bring it down to the left forearm as we gaze up. Ratchet that elbow open. Good. Deep inhale. Exhale, bring it back down to the earth. Beautiful. Left hand comes up and over. Gazing up. Opening those shoulders. Try not to let yourself collapse. Keep it open. Excellent. Bring it down. Good. Inhale, both palms overhead. We're pressing those palms to stay engaged as we slide those palms all the way down into that heart space. Good. And then exhale, send them up. Nice and big. Inhale, take it all the way down. Good. Release the right hand over. Gazing up. Keep both sits bones connected to the mat. Exhale, right hand comes down, left hand up and over. Gaze it up. Perfect. Left hand comes down. Reset, roll those shoulders down and back. As you inhale, both palms go up to touch. Pressing those palms in together, staying engaged, bringing it all the way to the heart. Good. Exhale, send it up. Big circle, bring it back down. Excellent. Right hand up and over. Gazing up. Good. Exhale, bring it down. Left hand up and over. Excellent. Bring it down one more time. Both palms go up. Pressing those palms, staying engaged all the way into the heart. Exhale, send it up and down. Beautiful. All right. So from here, let's float that right palm to the left knee. Maybe we take that left hand towards the back of the mat, using that left knee as a lever, pressing those hips nice and open. We want 3 breaths on this side. Inhaling. Exhaling. Good. Trying to keep that spine nice and long here. Inhale. Exhale. Good. One more breath in and out. Beautiful. Both palms go back to the sides. Release the left palm to the right knee. Right hand goes towards the back of the mat. Nice, strong spine. 3 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Maybe you gaze over that right shoulder as you inhale. Good. Exhale. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Both palms float forward. Right palm, left palm. Flatten that spine. Gazing forward first. Press those sits bones into the mat. Tilt that tailbone up to the sky as you walk it out a bit more. Good. Feeling those hip flexors start to open. Maybe you gaze down at the mat. Take a deep inhale as you walk it back up. Beautiful. Resetting here. Inhale, left palm floats forward, followed by the right. Finding your connection to the mat, tilting that tailbone up to the sky as you walk it out. Opening those hip flexors, gazing down at the mat. Inhale. Exhale, walk it up. Excellent. TP those fingertips outside the hips. Reset. Last time, right hand forward, followed by the left. Tilting that tailbone up. Excellent. Walk it out. Maybe those forearms come down to the mat, but make sure that spine is flat. If you feel the spine arching, back out of it. Good. All right. Okay, so from here, let's bring both of those feet a little wider than hip width distance. I don't know about you, but my hips are super tight this morning. So I'm just going to float both palms behind the back, keeping them on the mat, but right on the edge of each side of the mat. Taking a deep inhale as we gaze up. Exhale, we're going to drop that left knee for some windshield wipers. Good. Bring it back to center. Drop that right knee, really looking for an opening in those hip flexors, making sure that both of those knees get as low as you can, bringing them back to take a moment to reset, dropping to the other side. Good. Let's take one more on each side. Drop it down. Excellent. Bring it back to center. Good. Drop it down. Excellent. Bring it back to center. All right. Walking that torso. So we've got those windshield wipers done. So right now we're going to bring both of those feet together for some more butterflies. But this time let's grab those feet almost like books, right? Make sure that those feet come together right in the center of the mat. Roll those shoulders back. Take a deep inhale as you lean it forward. Send those elbows into the knees, pressing those knees open. Keep that spine nice and long. Inhale as you release, tuck the chin, and this time arch the spine. Good. Inhale, gaze it up. Exhale, lean it forward, press into those knees. Good. Exhale, release the knees, elongate the arms, tuck the chin, arch the spine. Beautiful. Bring it up. Exhale, press those knees. Open those feet like a book. Exhale, bring it up. Good. Tuck the chin, arch the spine. Excellent. Now we're going to bring those palms to the outside of the knees. Bring those knees together nice and easy, and we're going to swing those knees around, finding that tabletop position. So in tabletop, we're going to have those knees apart. Remember, big toes are separated. Knees are hip width distance, 2 fists in between the knees. Palms are under the shoulders. Let's take a few cat-cows here. And we know what cat-cows are because we're going to tilt that tailbone up and gaze up for cow. We're going to take it into an extended cow by leaning forward over the wrists. Good. And as we send the glutes back, we're going to tuck the chin, arch the spine, taking the hips just past the knees for extended cat. Good. Take a few more of these, tilting that tailbone up, gazing up, keeping the feet flat. And then exhale as you bring it back. Tilt that tailbone up. Arch the spine. Good. Bring it back to center. Taking a few more of these if that feels good. And then from here, we're going to put those big toes together. Send those glutes back to the back of the mat, towards the heels. Forehead goes down to the mat to release into child's pose. Knees are apart, the width of the mat. Big toes are touching. Send it out. Rest in this child's pose. Take 2 good breaths here, inhaling and exhaling. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Walk those palms to the left side of the mat, stacking the palms, sitting into those hips. Open up the sides of the body. Maybe bring the forehead to the mat. 2 breaths here, in and out. In and out. Walk it through the center to the right side. Sit into those heels. 2 breaths. Gaze down at the mat. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Both palms are back where we started. Sit into those heels. Excellent. Inhale as we snake it forward, keeping it nice and low, rolling right out into our cobra. Beautiful. Pushing the mat away. Feet are flat on the tops, gazing up, squeezing those glutes in together, tucking the chin, curling the toes, send those feet up for our first down dog. Checking into our form, making sure that we're in that inverted V shape. Tailbone is tilted up to the sky. You can be on your toes to start if your calves are a little tight. And let's inhale onto those toes. Exhale, lower those heels, bending the right knee, pressing that left heel, bending the left knee, press that right heel. Excellent. Pressing both heels, tilt the tailbone up to the sky, gazing at the knees. Inhale up onto the toes, bend the knees, gaze forward, walk those feet up to meet the hands. Meeting in a forward fold. Generous bend in the knees are okay here. letting the hands just hang, ragdoll it out. Maybe we sway from left to right. Good, just opening up the backs of those legs. Inhale, slow roll up. One vertebrae at a time. Good, all the way up. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, dive it down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, sink. Bend the knees. Left leg goes back this time. Gazing forward, we're gonna revolve our lunge. Open on the right hand, gaze to the right. 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Bring it back down. Good. Framing that foot. Drop the knee. Flip the foot. Inhale. Raise it up. Good. Exhale. Bend into that knee. Inhale. Bring it back to center. Exhale. Bend into that knee. Make sure we've got a nice line down the center. Frame that foot. Exhale. Walk it back. Half split. Maybe the sole of the foot comes up. Exhale, walk it forward. Scissoring those knees. Inhale, take it back. Making sure those hips are square. Walk it up. Last one. Really open up that groin space. Walk it back. Perfect. Now inhale, bring it forward. Last time. And then press it up. Nice and strong. Excellent. Exhale, frame the foot. Send the weight into the left and sweep that knee back. Back to tabletop. Tuck the elbows in. Exhale as you lower all the way down. Inhale, press up to cobra. Exhale, send it back to child's pose. Taking it to the right, or left, excuse me. Good. Walk it to the right. And back to center. Good. Staying right here. Take a breath. Breathe it out. Release everything that you just did. Finding a moment to give yourself good, a little bit of space. All right, so from child's pose, breathing here, let's snake it forward, back into that cobra, releasing in that low back. Excellent, curl the toes, pike the hips, down dog. Inhale as that right foot floats up, 3-legged dog, really opening up those hips, bend that knee, and let that heel hang back. Good. Exhale, maybe you let that heel go back a little more, finding wild thing. Now from wild thing, we're gonna take it down and we're gonna press it up. We're gonna take it down and we're gonna press it up. Last time, taking it down and press up and release that right hand back to the mat. Taking it back into 3-legged dog. Bend the knee and send that foot forward for runner's lunge. Good, pressing into that front foot, raising into high crescent lunge. Good, exhale, drop that back heel, warrior 2. Checking into your warrior 2. Squeezing those shoulder blades as if you have a pencil in between those shoulder blades. Inhale as we switch it forward. Flip the palm to the sky and reverse your warrior. Breathe here. Light touch on that back leg. Exhale as you straighten that front leg. Kick that hip out and bring that hand down into your triangle. Good. 2 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Bend that knee. Bring it right back into your warrior 2. Staying in this warrior 2, let's inhale as we press up. Exhale, lower. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale, raise. Exhale, lower. Inhale, we're going to bring both feet, long edge of the mat. Palms are on our hips. Lean that pelvis forward. Roll the shoulders back. Lean it back. Exhale, lean it forward. Palms to the mat. Inhale, slowly lowering down to the mat for a straddle. Legs are nice and wide. Inhale, both palms rest along the sides. Back is nice and strong. Release the right to the back of the mat. Good, right palm goes down. Left hand releases to the top. Good, bring it down. Right hand floats behind you in space. Left hand behind in space. Flex those feet to get more space in those hip flexors. Now bring it forward. Looking for a release here. Keep that spine nice and flat. Flex the foot to find more space to bring it down. 3 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more breath. Inhale. Exhale, walk it up. Good. Palms float back to the sides of the hips. And from here, we're going to bend the knees just slightly. Bring the feet to the mat. Keep the knees nice and wide. Float the palms behind the back, and let's windshield wiper again. To the top. Good. To the back. Excellent. Reset. To the top. Stay here, and we're going to bring those shoulders square for 90-90. Excellent. Excuse my sweating. This is my 3rd workout for the morning. All right. So let's bring those palms to frame the foot and the knee. Square the shoulders forward. Good. Now you can be at 90-90 or 45-45. 90-90 would be your shin perfectly parallel to the top of the mat. This shin would be parallel to the side of the mat. Good. Now inhale as we release the right. Good. Exhale, lower. Inhale, release the left. Exhale, lower. Beautiful. Bring it forward. Take it down to the forearms, maybe to the forehead. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. On that 3rd breath, you can stay here or you can stretch this back leg out, keeping this knee wider than the hips, taking yourself into pigeon. Good. Now pigeon, this knee should be wider than the hip. Once you've got that positioning, you can stay here or you can take that down too for 2 more breaths. Inhale. Looking for a release, seeing if you're holding anywhere in this position, shoulders, hips, wherever you're holding, release with that exhale. 1 more good breath here, in and out. Good, pushing up onto the forearms. Give yourself a second in this pose. Now curl those back toes, raise the knee. Both palms are under the shoulders as you send that right leg back to down dog. Excellent, walk it out. Beautiful. Lower into plank. Going through our vinyasa, we're going to shift forward and we're going to lower all the way down, either dropping to the knees or keeping this plank all the way down, flipping the feet, pressing up into cobra, or releasing the thighs for up dog. Exhale as we curl the toes back to down dog. Bending. Good. Inhale, that left leg floats up. Bend the knee, open that hip. Maybe we drop into wild thing. Exhale as you lower the hips. Inhale as you press it up. Exhale, lower the hips. Inhale, press up. Last one, lower the hips. Press up. Back to 3-legged dog. Sweep that foot forward, runner's lunge. Exhale, push into that left foot, high crescent lunge. Inhale, drop that back heel. Warrior 2, squeezing those shoulder blades. Exhale, shift forward, flip the palm, reverse your warrior. Inhale, straighten that left knee, kick the hip out, windmill down, triangle. 2 breaths. 1 more breath. Beautiful. Bend into that knee. Take it right back to your warrior two. Nice and strong here. Don't let that knee fall in. Exhale as we straighten that front leg out and turn those toes long edge of the mat. Palms go to the hip. Roll the shoulders back. Lean it back. Exhale, lean it forward. Beautiful. Fingertips on the mat. And we lower. Maybe we open those legs a little more to make it easier to lower. Perfect. Flex those feet to find space. Exhale as we take it to the mat. 3 breaths. Three breaths. Long spine, keep those feet flexed. Remember to get that space. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath in and out. Release the palms behind the back. Bend the knees. Bring them right to the mat. Windshield wiper to the back. To the top. Take it one more for good measure. Back. And to the top, and bring it into that 90-90. Frame the foot in the knee, shoulders are square. Deep inhale. Exhale, stretch it over. Inhale, bring it down. Exhale, stretch it over. Inhale, bring it down. Good. Exhale, maybe we take it forward. 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, exhale. Remember, you can stay here or you can stretch that back leg out, keeping that front knee wider than the hip, finding pigeon here, finding release, finding surrender. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Great. Press it up, gaze it up. Inhale as we curl the back toes, raise that back knee and send that foot back into down dog. Beautiful. Walk it out. Find that down dog, pressing those shoulder blades down nice and flat. Exhale as we roll forward into plank. Inhale as we shift and lower. Flip the feet for up dog or cobra. Drop to the knees. Knees apart, big toes together for child's pose. All right, so great workout. We've just completed 2 rounds on both sides of the ground flow classical sun salutations with a few variations. We've brought you through a great warm-up all the way to both sides of a very challenging sun sal flow, throwing in a little wild thing just so you can try it out. Working on sweeping that foot up in that lunge, in that high crescent lunge. The more you do it, remember, the better and easier it will get. It's not about you getting into the pose. Remember, it's about the pose getting into you. So let's just let ourselves lower down to our backs on the mats. I will stay up to hold space for you. I want you to take it all the way down and release yourself. Give yourself a moment to just let everything that you did soak in, checking into how you felt when we began versus how you feel at this moment right now. Remembering that little exercise that we started with to connect you into the here and now, which is following that breath. I am inhaling. I am exhaling. I am inhaling. I am exhaling. Allowing everything to settle. Allowing your breath to become still. Allowing your mind to release any judgment, anything that you may think about your practice, and just put yourself in this present moment. As you inhale and you exhale, I'm going to give you just about 1 minute of quiet, and I'll bring you back in. Slowly bringing in gentle movement, wiggling the fingers, wiggling the toes, maybe opening and closing the jaw. When you're ready, and only when you're ready, bring in one knee at a time into the chest, giving yourself a big squeeze hug here, maybe saying something kind to yourself, remembering the theme of the month, which is to let go, learning to release things that do not serve us, and remembering that circle of aparigraha that starts with you, that includes our loved ones, our family, our belongings, all the things that we care for, and then whatever is left comes back to you. So remember, as you move through this month, thinking of things that serve you so that you can serve others. Allowing your knees to fall to the left or the right, pillowing the hands beneath the head, I'd like to leave you with a prayer for the week. I step into this week by remembering to slow down. I remember that I don't have to live in a rush and that I get to flow with the present moment. All I need to do is be here. This moment will guide me when I surrender control. Slowly pressing yourself into the seated position with the eyes closed if it is comfortable, bringing the palms into heart center upon arrival. Let's take 3 last clearing breaths together. Inhaling deeply. Exhale, release the outcome. Inhale deeply. Exhale, release the judgment. Inhaling here, the deepest inhale yet. Exhale, release yourselves. Bowing our heads chin to chest to seal in this practice. The light in me shines because of the light in all of you. Namaste.